The fields are always wet with rain. After a summer shower, when I saw you standing in the garden, wet with rain.
Hi, Mark Cram for SpicingUpYourLife.com. Well, it's the 4th of June. We've been gone for a week. It's time to get back in the garden and see what we've got today. So let's get started. Well, we've kind of neglected showing you this side of the garden, but we've got our feverfew in full bloom. Our bee balm is getting ready to bloom, which is very, very nice. We got our pineapple sage came back, as well as did our tarragon. That's another tarragon in the back there that popped back up. So we've got some tarragon in the garden. We planted our Japanese maple on this side of the garden this year. Cleaned this side out a little bit from some of the herbs. We've got left of our sage is still here, and so and we've got cilantro that is fully gone to seed at this point. Lots of cilantro, so again, that'll be reseeded very nicely. All right, well, let's go in the garden and see what's there. Well, our squash has gone completely crazy here. I should have known better, but underneath the squash is our cucumbers, and again, they're starting to come out. So we should be able to get the cucumbers outside of the squash. But the squash is actually, we haven't gotten that many squash since that first little go around. But again, they look fairly healthy. When we get to the tomatoes, we've got one disappointment here. Our grape tomato looks like it's probably not going to make it. It's just dying out. Everything else looks healthy around it, so can't explain that particular disease or whatever is there. It will make room for some of the other tomato plants, however. And you can see we have tomatoes coming on our keepsake tomato plant, so we're looking forward to that. And again, whenever that shows up. Our basil on this side of the garden getting very, very big. Again, I've got a lot of drying to do with basil, tarragon, and the other basils. So we've got our peppers then, and you can see that the sweet peppers always seem to take a little longer to set, and so we're not seeing any peppers on those as of yet. Our carrot peppers, those are starting to they're actually quite a good producer here. This particular one over here doesn't seem to be producing anything, but the rest of these are all doing very, very well. And then we come to our Thai hot peppers. Again, they're starting to bloom, and they're quite a nice bush plant, and so we are looking forward. We do have a few peppers on here already, so they're not even though they call them a giant Thai hot, they're really not that giant when it comes to it. We've got our dill. It's looking very, very good, and you can see we go back to our red stem spinach here. This stuff is again also really coming along nicely, and we're looking at that hopefully really getting up there. Really interesting plant. I'm looking forward to seeing how it grows. And then we've got our last 4 tomatoes here. Again, there are lots of blossoms, but no really tomatoes setting on them yet. Our Thai basil, again, looking very, very good, as is our tarragon on this side. And then next to our Texas tarragon, I got a little surprise when I came home. I've got one of the red stem spinach back down on this side. I have no idea how in the world it got here. And then our okra. Okra is doing really well, and again, it'll be a fast producer here. We've got some raspberries on our raspberry bush, and so we'll have some raspberries. Although it looks like the Japanese beetles have started chewing on them, so now I've got to get the 7 out and try to deal with that. But overall, this side of the garden, again, looking very, very good, and we're very happy. Our neighbor Riker took care of the garden while we were gone, and Again, we're happy about that. We've got some cucumbers that just sprouted up from seed from last year down here on the ground, and we left a few of them. There was quite a few of them here, but we left a few of them just to see what would happen. Anyway, let's head over to the other side of the garden. Well, our bachelor buttons are still blooming, which is very, very nice. Our Queen Anne's lace, again, we saw some on the other side of the garden, but again, it's starting to bloom. So this side of the garden is doing very well. Fortunately, we missed most of the gardenia bloom here, but it was nice before we left. And then look at these, some beautiful, beautiful lemons on this tree here, so we're happy about that. As far as this side of the garden, again, we've got some little bit of pruning to do, but other than that, this side looks okay. Again, the deer netting has helped, kept the deer out of our garden, and we've got a few weedings to do here. Lots of gladiolas have popped up. Again, we thought we got rid of all of them, but here they are. Got our dahlia here that's doing quite well, and our other dahlia that the deer chopped off the first sprout of. Looks like they might make it now. And again, that's new. We'll see some flowers on that we didn't have last year. So overall, we're very happy with the garden. We're happy with how it turned out. Thanks again for stopping in and taking a look at our garden this week. Till next time, this is Mark Ram for SpicingUpYourLife.com.